You know, history will be made when Kamala Harris is sworn into office as Vice President of the United States, and her rise into this new role, breaking barriers for all women and women of color. This morning, some Valley mothers and daughters are sharing with us why this moment means so much to them.
While I may be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last.
Vice President-elect Kamala Harris shattering the glass ceiling and vowing to pave the way for the women who come after her. Harris to become the first woman and first person of African American and Asian descent to take the office. It's a moment more than 200 years in the making.
Well, I definitely thought it was going to happen within my lifetime. I thought it was going to happen prior to now, but this moment in time is extra special as a woman and as a woman of color to see someone ascend to the highest of offices in our country.
Tara Winey is mother to Malia, a fifth grader at Basis Chandler. The two are members of Jack and Jill of America. And for those in the Phoenix chapter, they say this time in our history is inspiring for women and girls of all ages.
I'm really happy because I honestly had very low hopes that with the way that our country is structured that it would be possible to actually vote her into office. So I'm very happy about it.
This is such a big step to have a woman of color with African American and with Indian ancestry, which is something that I actually have. It's a little bit far back in my family, but to know that I feel like almost connected to it.
The Phoenix chapter of Jack and Jill works to raise young African American girls and boys into future leaders through acts of service and civic duty. Lessons that members say are reinforced by Vice President-elect Harris, who spoke to the children in the organization just months ago.
One that really resonated was how often people are told no, people that look like us. And she talked about how often she has heard that. And her response was, I eat no for breakfast. So to have her there, to have her speak to our children, to see it in the flesh just makes it that much more tangible and helps our children realize that they too can do that it is not without, it is within their reach.
Rochelle Hardin Chambers' 15-year-old daughter Carmen agrees Harris's achievements are a reminder that hard work does pay off.
Kamala Harris didn't come from like a political dynasty or something. She had to, work her way up, go to college, all of those steps. So I think that it reinforces the fact that you really can accomplish anything that you want to.
Times are changing, and so is the political landscape in our country. More people of color and women are breaking barriers by being elected into office, an achievement these mothers and daughters say will make a difference.
So what I'm hoping is that with this change, that everyone knows that it is quite possible and that there are people who are quite qualified and willing to serve this country. This is our country as well, and we love it just as much as anyone else.
There's no doubt pressure will come with being the first, but the women of the organization believe Harris is prepared for the challenges ahead. Joanne Curry, the Phoenix chapter president of Jack and Jill, says every stepping stone in Harris's life and career have led her to this platform.
Because she knows everyone is looking at her under that microscope. So she knows that she needs to make sure that she is not only a strong and endearing and passionate person, but also one that understands that she is going to have to overcome some adversities, and she knows how to do that in the most professional way. So she is built for this, and we're excited to see her work.
So the Phoenix chapter of Jack and Jill of America has been in the Valley since 1952. It was formed to help bridge the social gap for African American children who at the time of its establishment were denied access to museums and other cultural venues. Today, the organization is made up of African American mothers and their children ages 2 to 19 years old. And as we mentioned, one of their goals is to raise future leaders here through civic duty and volunteering. So if you'd like to know more, make sure to visit our website, abc15.com. In the meantime,